Top 2 fruits to help seniors sleep soundly. Have you ever lain awake in the dead of night, watching the clock tick by, filled with anxiety, wondering if the deep sleep of your youth will ever return? This is not just one person's story, but a shared struggle for countless older adults, as aging brings changes that make the night feel endlessly long. Insomnia in older adults is not a trivial issue, but a widespread condition that profoundly impacts quality of life in the golden years. After age 60, the body undergoes natural changes that turn sleep into a formidable challenge. Many lie restless for hours, watching the clock tick in the dark, sometimes staying awake until dawn without even a moment's rest. According to the World Health Organization, over 50% of people over 60 face sleep disorders, from difficulty falling asleep to waking up in the middle of the night unable to drift back off. Some describe their sleep as a state of sleeping yet awake, with a tired body but an alert mind, unable to relax. Some even long for a deep, dreamless sleep without interruptions, a reprieve from those endless nights. For example, many older adults wake up between 2 and 3 a.m., eyes wide open, minds racing with worries or old memories, yet their bodies cannot return to rest. These moments not only cause fatigue but also heighten feelings of loneliness and unease, leaving the next day sluggish and drained. Insomnia is not merely a lack of sleep. It's a vicious cycle that affects both physical and mental health, increasing the risk of depression, memory decline, and chronic illnesses. Understanding this reality is the first step toward finding solutions to restore restful sleep and lasting health for the golden years. Insomnia in older adults is not just a byproduct of age or joint pain, but stems from a complex array of causes that deeply affect both body and soul. Doctors point out that one primary reason is the decline in melatonin, the body's natural alarm clock that regulates the sleep-wake cycle. After age 60, the pineal gland in the brain produces less melatonin, causing the body to lose its signal to sleep, leading to restlessness or waking up in the middle of the night. Research from the Journal of Sleep Medicine shows that melatonin levels in older adults can drop by up to 50% compared to younger people, disrupting the natural circadian rhythm. Additionally, psychological factors play a significant role. Accumulated stress from life's worries, the loneliness of children moving away, or painful memories like losing a loved one can prevent the brain from relaxing into sleep. For instance, an older adult who lost their spouse might only fall asleep at 2 a.m., not from physical exhaustion, but because their mind is haunted by sadness and emptiness. These emotions activate the sympathetic nervous system, keeping the body in a state of alertness even when rest is needed. Moreover, health issues like digestive disorders, cardiovascular disease, or side effects of medications also make sleep fragile. Understanding these causes is key to finding solutions to restore deep, peaceful sleep for older adults. Insomnia in older adults is not just a barrier to rest, but a serious threat to both physical and mental health, disrupting quality of life. When sleep is interrupted or insufficient, the body falls into prolonged fatigue, weakening immunity, and increasing the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. According to a Harvard University study, older adults who sleep less than 6 hours per night have double the risk of cognitive decline compared to those who sleep adequately. Lack of sleep prevents the brain from recovering, leading to poor memory, difficulty concentrating, and a loss of confidence in daily activities. Mentally, insomnia amplifies irritability, making older adults prone to frustration over minor issues, which can strain relationships with loved ones. Feelings of loneliness also worsen, especially during long, restless nights when the mind is trapped in anxiety or sad memories. For example, many share that a small daytime incident, like an unpleasant conversation, can spiral into endless overthinking, preventing sleep at night. Insomnia is not just a physical issue, but a reflection of deep emotional unrest, when the mind cannot find the peace needed to relax. According to the American Sleep Association, chronic insomnia increases the risk of depression by 20% in older adults. Thus, improving sleep not only enhances physical health, but also brings peace to the soul, making the golden years more fulfilling. But imagine, with just 2 familiar fruits in your kitchen, you could awaken your body's natural sleep mechanism, bringing back restful nights like in the past. Are you ready to explore how bananas and cherries can transform sleep into the most peaceful part of life in your later years? Let's start with bananas, a familiar, accessible, and surprisingly powerful fruit. Want to discover why eating a banana each night could become a natural remedy for deep sleep? Bananas are not just a quick energy source, but a treasure trove of nutrients that support sleep. Let's explore how bananas aid sleep in older adults. Benefit 1. Bananas are rich in tryptophan, an essential amino acid the body cannot produce on its own. Tryptophan converts into serotonin, a hormone that promotes relaxation and happiness, then into melatonin, regulating the sleep-wake cycle. A study from the European Journal of Nutrition found that tryptophan from foods like bananas can reduce the time it takes to fall asleep by up to 20% in older adults. Imagine, instead of tossing and turning, you feel a calm spreading from within, like a gentle river washing away all worries. Benefit 2. Bananas are packed with magnesium, a mineral that acts as a gatekeeper for the nervous system. Magnesium relaxes muscles, reduces stress, and prevents nighttime cramps that often disrupt sleep in older adults. Research from the University of California links magnesium deficiency to chronic insomnia, and supplementing through bananas can improve sleep quality without the side effects of sedatives. Can you picture it? With magnesium soothing your body, sleep becomes deeper, leaving you refreshed and ready for the day. Benefit 3. The potassium in bananas stabilizes heart rate and blood pressure, two factors that often disrupt sleep in older age. Research from the American Heart Association shows that potassium from bananas can reduce sudden awakenings due to rapid heartbeats while improving blood flow to deliver oxygen to the brain, supporting REM sleep, the dreamy phase critical for mental recovery. Additionally, bananas contain vitamin B6, which enhances tryptophan metabolism, creating a perfect loop for natural sleep. But how can you maximize the power of bananas without disrupting sleep? Eat one ripe banana about an hour before bed, paired with a bit of unsweetened yogurt to boost tryptophan absorption. Avoid overeating, as the natural sugars could cause bloating if you exceed one banana. A study from the Journal of Sleep Medicine found that a daily banana regimen for 2 weeks significantly reduced insomnia symptoms in older adults, increasing sleep time by nearly an hour. That's not just a number, it's a real change in life, bringing energy to enjoy your golden years with loved ones. Moreover, bananas don't just aid sleep. Think deeper, they support overall health, from improving digestion with prebiotic fiber to reducing osteoporosis risk with potassium and magnesium. An analysis from the National Institute of Nutrition highlights that older adults who regularly eat bananas have stronger immune systems and reduced joint inflammation, a common cause of nighttime pain. Do you see it? When sleep improves, everything else follows. Bananas are like a silent companion, balancing body and soul, turning long nights into true rest. Now, are you eager to learn about the second fruit, cherries, and how they complement bananas to create the perfect sleep duo? Cherries, especially tart cherries, contain natural melatonin, the hormone your body loses with age. Research from the University of Michigan shows that drinking cherry juice increases natural melatonin levels, extending sleep time by 85 minutes in older adults. Why? Let's explore how cherries support sleep in older adults. Benefit 1. The melatonin in cherries helps you fall asleep quickly, reducing restlessness. Unlike bananas, which support sleep indirectly, cherries flip the sleep switch immediately. Benefit 2. Anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants in cherries, reduce inflammation, especially in joints and muscles, allowing the body to fully relax. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows cherries reduce arthritis pain by up to 25%, preventing nighttime awakenings due to discomfort. Can you imagine the relief of a body no longer tortured by nagging pain? Benefit 3. Cherries boost serotonin production, improving mood and reducing anxiety. Sleep's enemies. Research from the American Sleep Association found that older adults consuming cherries daily had lower stress levels, leading to better sleep quality. Paired with bananas, cherries create a powerful duo. Bananas pave the way, and cherries activate sleep hormones. For best results, consume 5 to 10 fresh cherries or 100 milliliters of tart cherry juice about an hour before bed. Diabetics should opt for tart cherries to avoid blood sugar spikes. A trial from the University of Texas confirmed that after 2 weeks, participants slept better without relying on medication. Sleep is not just rest, it's the foundation of health in old age. With bananas and cherries, you're investing in lasting peace. But there's an even bigger surprise at the end, a core value few expect. Combine bananas and cherries to double their power, turning sleep into an art of healthy living. Now let's dive deeper into cherries to see what miracles this duo brings. Cherries are not just fruit, but a natural remedy rich in melatonin. Benefit 4. They reduce oxidative stress, protecting the brain from aging and deepening sleep. Research from Cornell University shows that anthocyanins in cherries protect neurons, lowering the risk of dementia, a common cause of sleep disruption. Cherries also aid muscle recovery by reducing lactic acid. A study from the International Journal of Sports Medicine shows cherries reduce fatigue in older adults, improving sleep after activity. Compared to bananas, cherries directly supply melatonin, while bananas work through tryptophan. Together, eating a banana with a few cherries creates perfect balance. A University of Pennsylvania study found this duo boosts sleep efficiency by 30%. How to use: pair with relaxing habits like a light walk. Caution: avoid overconsumption if you have blood sugar issues. The greatest value is that bananas and cherries not only aid sleep, but also extend lifespan by reducing systemic inflammation, per the National Institute on Aging, lowering chronic disease risk by 15%. Precautions when using bananas and cherries. Using bananas and cherries to improve sleep in older adults is a natural, safe solution, but it must be done correctly to maximize benefits and avoid unwanted effects. These fruits offer benefits from melatonin supplementation to stress reduction, but improper use or incompatibility with health conditions can cause issues. Here are key precautions to fully harness the power of bananas and cherries, ensuring deep sleep and lasting health. For bananas, choose ripe ones with bright yellow skin and minimal black spots. Overripe bananas, soft and heavily spotted, have high sugar content, potentially causing bloating or blood sugar spikes, especially for diabetics. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition recommends eating one banana, 120 to 150 grams, about an hour before bed to allow digestion and absorption of tryptophan, magnesium, and potassium, nutrients that support sleep. Eating too many, like 3 to 4 bananas at once, can cause stomach discomfort, disrupting sleep instead of improving it. For better results, pair bananas with a bit of unsweetened yogurt or 2 to 3 walnuts to enhance tryptophan conversion to serotonin and melatonin. However, avoid eating bananas on an empty stomach at night, as their natural acids may irritate the stomach in some people. For cherries, especially tart cherries, pay attention to dosage and form. The University of Michigan recommends consuming 5 to 10 fresh cherries or 100-150 milliliters of pure cherry juice each night, about an hour before bed, to boost natural melatonin and promote deep sleep. Overeating cherries can cause mild diarrhea due to high fiber and sorbitol content, or raise blood sugar in sensitive individuals. Diabetics should choose tart cherries over sweet ones, as they have a lower glycemic index, helping control blood sugar. If using juice, select unsweetened varieties to avoid health impacts. Also check the source of cherries to ensure they're free of pesticides, as older adults are more sensitive to these chemicals. Finally, combine bananas and cherries with relaxing habits like light meditation, reading, or soothing music to boost effectiveness. Don't rely on them as a sole remedy while ignoring factors like a quiet sleep environment, soft lighting, and a fixed bedtime. According to the American Sleep Association, a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle maximize the benefits of these fruits, ensuring restful sleep and lasting health in the golden years. Groups who should avoid regular use of bananas and cherries. While bananas and cherries are nutrient-rich and effective for sleep in older adults, not everyone is suited for regular consumption. Certain groups should be cautious or limit intake to avoid adverse effects, especially with specific health conditions. Here's a detailed analysis of who should avoid regular use, with scientific reasons and specific recommendations. First, people with diabetes should be cautious with bananas and cherries, especially sweet varieties. Bananas, despite containing natural sugars, fructose, have a moderate glycemic index, 51 to 59, depending on ripeness, which can raise blood sugar if overconsumed or if overly ripe. The American Diabetes Association advises limiting to half a banana per serving and choosing slightly green ones to reduce sugar content. For cherries, sweet varieties can also spike blood sugar, while tart cherries, glycemic index 20-25, are safer. Even unsweetened cherry juice should be limited to 100-150 milliliters daily to avoid affecting blood sugar. Diabetics should consult a doctor and monitor blood sugar regularly when adding these fruits. Second, those with digestive issues like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, should limit bananas and cherries. Bananas contain fiber and sorbitol, which can cause bloating or diarrhea in sensitive individuals, especially if overeaten. Research from the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology notes that sorbitol in bananas and cherries can stimulate bowel movements, causing discomfort in those with weak digestion. Cherries, especially fresh or in large amounts of juice, may also cause mild diarrhea due to high sorbitol. This group should start with small amounts, e.g., 2 to 3 cherries or half a banana, and monitor their body's response. Third, those allergic or sensitive to components in bananas and cherries should avoid regular use. Some older adults may be allergic to proteins in bananas, linked to latex fruit syndrome, or anthocyanins in cherries, leading to symptoms like itching, rashes, or breathing difficulties. The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases notes that banana allergies, though rare, affect 0.5 to 1% of the population, and cherries may trigger reactions in those sensitive to rosaceae fruits. If unusual symptoms appear, stop use and consult a doctor. Finally, those on certain medications, like beta blockers for blood pressure or diuretics, should be cautious with bananas due to their high potassium content. Research from Harvard Medical School indicates excess potassium can disrupt heart rhythm in those on medications affecting electrolyte balance. For cherries, those on blood thinners, e.g. warfarin, should limit intake, as anthocyanins may increase bleeding risk. These groups should consult a doctor before regularly adding bananas or cherries to their diet to ensure safety. If you found this article helpful, please give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the Senior Health Vista channel to support us in creating more great content. Thank you sincerely.